The Elder Scrolls Online is a forthcoming MMO from Zenimax Online Studios that expands the Elder Scrolls franchise into a multiplayer environment. This next chapter for the universally loved gaming series breaks boundaries by uniting players in an epic quest that spans the entirety of Tamriel. This video serves as an overview of the core philosophies and mechanics which we can look forward to experiencing in ESO. For the first time since the Elder Scrolls 1 Arena, players on PC, Mac, Xbox One, and PlayStation 4 will have the opportunity to explore all of the 9 provinces of Tamriel in a single game experience. From the deadly sands of the Alakir Desert and the mysterious jungles of Valenwood, to the familiar ashlands of Morrowind and the snowy peaks of Skyrim. Not all provinces will be included fully at launch in order to reserve content for future expansion, but the combined size of the game world in ESO dwarfs that of the single-player titles. In addition to its massive overland regions, zones in ESO are strewn with dungeons, ruins, caves, and gateways to the realms of oblivion. These environments promise to be both beautiful and perilous, bringing to life a period of turmoil called the Interregnum during Tamriel's Second Era. The setting will expose us to further mysteries surrounding the Aelids and Dwemer, the seafaring Meormer, remnants of the Akaviri invasion, a rise in necromancy, and growing Daedric influence as dark powers assert their claim over an emperorless Tamriel. In the Elder Scrolls Online, you'll assume the role of an adventurer allied with one of the 3 major political factions of the era. The Daggerfall Covenant is a formal alliance of Bretons, Redguard, and Orcs, which fight to restore justice, peace, and profitable trade by claiming the vacant Ruby Throne. The Ebonheart Pact is an unstable coalition between the Nords, Dunmer, and Argonians. Originally formed to repel the Akaviri invasion, the pact has been preserved out of necessity to thwart the evil which rises in Cyrodiil. Lastly, the Aldmeri Dominion is a determined union of Altmer, Bosmer, and Khajiit. Disgusted with the corruption of mankind which has given rise to countless Daedra and undead, the Dominion seeks to restore order with an unflinching hand and steer Tamriel back from the brink of disaster. Zenimax has created what they call a distraction-based gameplay experience. ESO avoids quest chains that direct you linearly through one zone after another. There are central quest hubs like towns and cities, but many quest givers are scattered inside dungeons, along roads, or unexpectedly roaming the middle of the wilderness. Exploration will be key if you want to fully complete each area's content. The Elder Scrolls Online has drawn inspiration from the visceral, real-time action combat system in Skyrim, giving the player an immersive and intuitive control set that enables you to play the game, not your UI. Click your mouse to attack, hold click to charge a power attack, and right click to block. Sprinting, shield bashing, sneaking, dodging, and breaking free of controlling effects are all done with intuitive keystrokes, giving the player immediate access to a wide array of combat actions. A 6-slot hotbar controls 5 active abilities, which allow you to wield destructive, restorative, or debilitating magic, while simultaneously attacking with your equipped weapons. The final slot is reserved for an ultimate ability, which can be used to periodically perform a devastating attack or employ a life-saving defensive maneuver. These abilities are tied to your currently equipped weapon set, which you can swap on the fly with an alternate loadout for even more versatility in combat. The use of potions and magical item effects adds another tactical layer to the mix. Your combat effectiveness is governed by your hero's available pools of health, magicka, and stamina, the game's primary resources. In true Elder Scrolls fashion, your hero can use any combination of weapons and armor that you prefer. Your chosen armor determines your level of durability, mobility, and rate of resource regeneration. Your weapons dictate your fighting style, as well as your role within a group setting. ESO combat does revolve around a traditional allocation of combat roles. Having a designated tanking, healing, and damage specialist is important for a fully functional party. However, because of the flexibility in weapon and armor usage, your character's potential is restricted only by what gear you carry with you. Many abilities in ESO allow your allies to activate synergy opportunities. If an ally utilizes a magical area of effect ability, you can exploit this by acting as a conduit, channeling its magic and expanding the effect. These synergies enhance the tactical nature of multiplayer combat, but beware, the enemy AI in Elder Scrolls Online is intelligent enough to work together and employ the same strategies against you and your allies. As the hero of Elder Scrolls Online, developing your character is central to the gameplay experience. You start by choosing from one of 9 races, each of which features a unique racial skill line. Additionally, you select one of 4 base classes: the Dragon Knight, wielding fiery magic, the Sorcerer, who calls lightning and summons Daedric minions, the Templar, who channels the power of the sun to smite foes, or the Nightblade, cloaking himself in shadows to ambush enemies. Unlike most MMOs, these initial choices only scratch the surface of character development in ESO, which revolves around the acquisition and advancement of a multitude of skills. In addition to the 3 skill lines that are fundamental to your class, your character can advance in any of the 6 weapon skills, 3 armor types, PvP advancement paths, mages and fighters guild ranks, and unique conditions such as vampirism or lycanthropy. Each skill line includes both active skills and passive benefits. As you use skills within a particular line, your proficiency with that path improves, enabling you to purchase additional skills, as well as morph existing skills into more powerful versions. As with any Elder Scrolls title, exploration and investigation of the world is a central theme. The game's interface panels are displayed on an as-needed basis, fading away when not in use. Contextual information is given through a minimalistic set of status indicators and visual on-screen cues. Despite encouraging a simplistic UI, ESO will launch with support for user-created modifications, which will allow you to tailor your game experience specifically to your own preferences. Lockpicking, harvesting of reagents and resources, and reading tomes rich with world lore are key components of exploration. Treasure is secreted away in locked and hidden chests. Mundus stones can bestow a powerful magic buff that incorporates the familiar star signs, and hidden sky shards are scattered across the world. Collecting these sky shards awards the player with additional skill points towards further character progression. The crafting system in ESO grants you the choice of specializing completely in one of 5 trade skills, or dabbling in each to be a proficient generalist. All characters can harvest crafting ingredients throughout the world, which can be used by weapon or armor smiths, alchemists, enchanters, or provisioners who create food and drink. Zenimax Online aspires to design a system where player-crafted gear is always useful and relevant. Furthermore, even gear that drops from max-level content can be augmented or improved by a crafter in some way. Not all ingredients are picked up off the ground, so the fishing and lockpicking minigames tie into ESO's crafting system. The primary source of conflict in Tamriel stems from the power vacuum in Cyrodiil. The throne has been without an emperor for hundreds of years, and the imperial caretakers who rule are weak and corrupt. By resorting to necromancy and consorting with Daedra, their actions have threatened to doom all of Tamriel. The 3 alliances refuse to allow this, and have each vowed to seize the Imperial City. This sets the stage for the epic endgame PvP in Elder Scrolls Online, a 3-way battle spanning the entirety of Cyrodiil. Each Cyrodiil campaign supports up to 2,000 players in a massive and seamless area, packed with castles, towns, outposts, and other fortifications. The ultimate goal for your alliance is to win the war and crown a player as the next Emperor of Tamriel. The fragmented political landscape of the time has also given rise to a darker threat. Molag Bal, the Daedric Prince of Domination, has seized upon the opportunity to bring all of Nirn beneath his heel. Should he succeed, all souls would be bound to his will. His Daedric anchors drop from the skies, pulling Tamriel ever closer to his own realm of Cold Harbor. Players must band together to repel the Daedric invaders and put an end to Molag Bal's scheme, or else the very existence of the world will be at risk. The many dungeons, caverns, tombs, and ruins that you will explore in ESO are filled with cultists, undead, and Daedric abominations. These encounters scale in difficulty from small dungeons that are designed to be completed solo or with a partner, to group areas which require a full party of 4 players. Small dungeons often have no special significance, but offer a careful explorer the opportunity to defeat named enemies, obtain rare loot, or find a hidden sky shard. Larger public dungeons are non-instanced areas without linear advancement paths. These public dungeons have unique lore and quest lines, and require a full group to complete their final challenges, but present a great opportunity to make new friends and form a party on the fly. Lastly, instance dungeons provide structured challenges tuned for full groups, often yielding the greatest treasures, but only if heroes can overcome the formidable dangers which lurk inside. Once your hero has reached the maximum character level of 50 and completed the main storyline for your chosen alliance, you will have the opportunity to explore the lands of the other 2 alliances. This gameplay, termed 50+, will allow you to progress through the regions of an enemy faction, where the level of enemies you will face has been scaled up to provide a challenge even to a seasoned adventurer. Because of the adjustment to enemy difficulty and the need to preserve alliance identity, you will only be able to adventure with other members of your own alliance who are also exploring the 50+ content. Zenimax's dedication to creating a true Elder Scrolls gaming experience has extended to full implementation of first-person combat. While the game is predominantly designed for the third-person perspective, you can enter first-person view for an immersive experience that puts you in the center of the action. Just watch out behind you. Your active spells are cast while wielding weaponry and don't require a free hand as they did in Skyrim. Every class in ESO is a hybrid, mixing together melee abilities with offensive magic or defensive enhancements. Blocking an incoming enemy power attack will leave them staggered. Similarly, interrupting enemy spellcasting with a well-timed shield bash will render them dazed. These conditions can be exploited using your own power attacks to deal bonus damage, stun your enemy, or send them sprawling to the ground. Taking advantage of these tactical opportunities grants Finesse, a combat resource which awards skillful gameplay with bonus experience or even loot. One of the most exciting innovations that the Elder Scrolls Online brings to the MMO genre is its mega-server technology. There are no separate shards or servers as in most MMOs. All players in the Elder Scrolls Online play together on the same massive server. Multiple phases of each game space are dynamically generated by the server to deal with changes in population. The mega-server technology works with ESO's social systems to allocate each player to an available game space based on the network of guilds and friends, as well as an optional gameplay questionnaire which describes your preferences for grouping, adventuring, role-playing, and more. There will be separate mega servers for each platform, with Xbox One and PlayStation 4 each having their own separate mega server, but PC and Mac players will be grouped together. Characters in ESO can be a member of up to 5 concurrent player guilds. Because of the highly social aspect of the game, Zenimax wanted to allow players to participate with multiple groups of friends, co-workers, and family, while still supporting the same types of dedicated MMO guilds which have thrived in past games. Because of the enormous geographical scale of Tamriel and the rich lore behind the Elder Scrolls franchise, ESO has unlimited potential for future expansion. The team at Zenimax plans to release periodic post-launch updates in the form of adventure zones, which add max-level areas ranging from solo objectives to group bosses and large, multi-group PvE encounters. Zenimax is not constrained to only the remote corners of Tamriel. We can expect massive labyrinthine dungeons, journeys to the Plains of Oblivion, and perhaps even voyages to the other continents of Nirn. Through forward-thinking gameplay mechanics, dedication to exploration and immersion, massive 3-faction PvP, and rich social features, The Elder Scrolls Online is poised to be the MMO that you absolutely do not want to miss. The Elder Scrolls Online is scheduled to release in spring 2014. Beta testing is already underway, so visit the official website to sign up. For all the latest news, discussion, and analysis regarding ESO, join us at Tamriel Foundry, and please, like, comment, and subscribe.